What you're about to see is a tale involving two calvings taking place early the same morning, one abandoned calf and a cow having a pretty good go at killing the abandoned calf. Now, in extensive all grass or pasture fed systems, these are very good for the environment, they're good for animal welfare, and they're very good for the quality and nutrient value of the beef and dairy products that are produced. However, they involve a considerable amount of extra work compared with an intensive system where cattle are banged up indoors all or most of the time. And indeed, had this been on an intensive system, what you're about to witness would have been a complete non-event. As it was, it took 5 hours to resolve it, and it's quite interesting to see what was involved. Here we go. Not sure what's going on here. This one had a tail stuck out at 10 o'clock last night and should have calved. Looking at her, she's got blood out of the back end, and she looks to me as if she's probably calved. So what's going on, I don't know. We'll just have to look around and see if there's a stillborn one somewhere. So with this lot, we're looking for a well-trodden patch with some blood around, and see what we can find. Just over here is Gabbi, looking very protective. You see, this is obviously where she calved, all well trodden. And here's one good looking small calf. Oh, wait a minute. This isn't looking good. Oh. Now that is a surprise. One very much live calf. Where are you then, matey? Hey? What's your mother doing? Well, it's very nice to see. However, I should think that's Mum over there looking back at us right now. Question is, has she abandoned you? This is interesting. That's Gabbi, and she's the other one with the calf, but she's also calling to this one. Is it possibly her twin? I think we'll take the easy option and see if the two of them will go together. Well, having just carried the calf here, Gabbi the cow isn't interested, so we're now into the difficult option of trying to get that mother of hers, which is a heifer, one that hasn't calved before and clearly hasn't got the idea, getting them back together, which is some distance away. Let's see if we can drive this one back and reconnect them. Meantime, in the background there, Gabbi's giving that other calf, this one's calf, a hard time. Right, let's see how this develops. Not very well is the answer. She's walked straight past her calf. Meanwhile, Gabby's giving it a hard time. I think we better separate these. Right, I've just carried this one within about 15 feet of the mother. Let's see what happens. That's Gabby in the background. Let's see if we can just nudge that heifer around. Not showing a wild amount of interest here. She obviously had a fairly hard time. Here's some of the others coming across to investigate. Oh dear, she's walking straight past the calf. Right, have one more go nudging back. And I'm not overly hopeful on this one. Here's the calf coming down to join. And there's the calf calls. It's only Gabby that's responding, not the mother. And the mother's walking off. Obviously keen to get stuck in, looking for some milk. Nudge it round under the mother. It's the right vicinity, that's the right one. Now she's walked off again. Actually after a steer here, which isn't terribly productive. This is where it could get complicated. The nearest calf is the one that's been abandoned. Gabby's now licking its back end and allowing it to suckle. She's not got a problem with milk. No, she's not going to have it. Bit of a tough life, isn't it? Right, let's see if we can sort this out. We've got to separate these. Gabby's just flicked this one a complete 10 feet into my feet. I actually fell over with the force that it landed against me. And if we don't separate her, I should think she might well end up killing it. We just have to go and get the Land Rover and put a good 100-150 yards between this calf and Gabby, and then see if we can set about corralling up the two so they can get used to each other, which won't be a lot of fun. There's no gates down here and they're several miles away. So we've got both calves aboard, and the mother that was very protective is very much running with us. Trying to stop the Land Rover at the moment. A very muddy bit there.
So you still follow us, that's good.
Yeah, Maren's still ahead with the main herd, and we'll hopefully manage to get them into that corralled area. She's still following?
Yeah, but
looks as if Nimrod's leading the charge for a change. and going in the right direction, which is all very helpful. Right, let's see if we can get round them and drop this one off.
The bull is chancing out good.
It's unusual because normally the bull brings up the rear.
All right.
He's lazy. All this good grazing, you'd have thought they'd have stopped to have had a go at it, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Two calves looking good, you know, they.
Yep. Right, we'll drop these two calves then, and here's the cow still following.
Yeah. If you're Dublin, I go back to Woodmar.
Yeah, we'll just drop them off in here, look. And hopefully we can sort them all out then. Right, they're all coming through. Still got the
I hope so.
two calves in here. Let's see if we can get this lot back together.
Well done, Marin.
Keep them coming.
Well done, Marin. Very good.
Is that the lot? Here we are, we've got the heifer and the calf separated now, but the heifer's still very, very agitated and looking to jump the gates. So Son's going to do the running around between the two gates to keep her here while we go and get some barriers to pen them up nice and tight. Well, here we are 5 hours later, and we've got her corralled up, having gone and got some gates. She's still quite agitated. Put a bit of sheep feed in. She settled to that for a couple of minutes, and the calf, which is obviously dead keen because it's hungry, got stuck in. So we'll leave her here. She's got some hay now and some water, and we'll come back in a few hours and see how they're settling down. The rest of the herd are in this adjacent field and have settled down in the corner here in the shade. They look reasonably content, so we'll leave them alone and check them on the next visit. Well, it's 6 o'clock in the evening, following day. She's looking quite settled. And with Buchan fluffing around and George looking decidedly protective of the calf, so I think we'll let her out to rejoin the herd. Someone is very pleased to be out and about. A few more have come to join and finish off what's left of the hay. And there's the heifer and calf. So I think we can call that a successful conclusion to yesterday's little drama.